Psalm 73, verse 3, it says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked," man. I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So what's the foolish, or what's a fool, according to the scriptures? A fool is somebody that don't believe in God. So this is King David saying, look, man, when he saw the way that the wicked was flourishing, he was envious at them. He was envious of the prosperity, because these are people that don't believe in God. But you look at them and you see that they're prospering. Let's open this verse up a little bit more. Right here, same verse 7. We're going to jump down to verse 7. It says, "Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish." What does that mean? They want more, than they can have, man. For example, look at Ahab and Jezebel when they wanted Naboth's vineyard. That wasn't his, but he looked at it and he said, "I want that," and Naboth didn't want to give it to them. So they came up with a scheme and they killed him and took it. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish, man. They already have a lot. They already have a lot, but they want more. They have more than the heart could wish. They want to be in control of everything. Let's keep going. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. What does that mean? They set their mouths against the heavens. They set their mouth against the Most High. They're against the Most High. They hate his ways. They hate his people. They hate his laws. Their tongue walketh through the earth, man. That means, look, they feel like they're the supreme authority on this earth. Whatever I say goes. We're in control, man. It's none above us, man. There is no God. Their tongue walking through the earth. Whatever I say goes, man. I'm the law. Oh, man. This is it, man. They set their mouths against the heavens, man. Proverbs 24, verse 1 and 2. "Be not envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. For their heart studieth destruction, and their lips talk of mischief," man. So this is Solomon right here, man. He said, don't be envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. So, I had to read these verses before I started, because right now, what we're going to be getting into is a video. And this is, it was a talk show, that aired. It was a show that aired, in the early 90s. It's Oprah, but the topic they're talking about, is something that you really won't see on TV nowadays, on a talk show host. Because nowadays, when you bring these topics up, when you're talking about, the topic was about, sacrifice for power, blood sacrifice for power, And a lot of times, nowadays, when you bring these topics up, people say, "Oh, no, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist, this, that, and the third," But, this was something that they aired on television, man. And she was literally telling you what they do, So a lot of people, they don't like to believe things till they see it on television, But it's we gonna get into it, man. This is why, said don't be envious against evildoers, man. Because you don't know what they did to get their power, Or some of you do know. We know what they did to get their power, that false power, man. Because they're against the Most High, man. They're on the left-hand side, man. And the left-hand side is the side of the goats that will be casted away, So we're going to get into this, man. And we're going to come back.
My next guest was used also in worshiping the devil, participated in human sacrifice rituals and cannibalism. She says her family has been involved in rituals for generations. She is currently in extensive therapy, suffers from multiple personality disorder, meaning she's blocked out many of the terrifying and painful memories of her childhood. Meet Rachel, who is also in disguise to protect her identity. You come from generations of ritualistic abuse?
Yes, my family has an extensive family tree, and they keep track of who's been involved and who hasn't been involved. And it's gone back to, like, 1700.
And so you were...
Right. I was born into a family that believes in this.
And does everyone else think it's a nice Jewish family? From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish girl?
Definitely.
And you all are worshiping the devil inside the home?
Right. There's other Jewish families across the country. It's not just my own family.
Really? And so who knows about it? Lots of people now.
I talked to a police detective in the Chicago area, and several of my friends know, and I've spoke publicly before. And
so when you were brought up in this kind of evilness, did you just think it was normal?
I've blocked out a lot of the memories I had because of my multiple personality disorder. But yes, I mean, it's like if you grow up with something, you think it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought
So what kinds of things? You don't have to give us the gory details, but what kinds of things went on in the family?
Well, there would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to, you know...
Whose babies?
There were people who bred babies in their family. No one would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so you couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not, or they would supposedly go away for a while and then come back. The other thing I want to point out, not all Jewish people sacrifice babies. I mean,
no.
It's not a very
typical thing.
I just want to point that out.
This is the first time I heard of any Jewish people sacrificing babies. But anyway, so you witnessed the sacrifice?
Right. When I was very young, I was forced to participate in that, in which I had to sacrifice an infant.
And the purpose of sacrifice is to what? Is to bring you what? What are you sacrificing for?
For power.
Uh-huh. Power. And so, were you ever used? Were you ever used yourself?
I was molested. I was raped several times.
Mm-hmm. And what's your mother doing?
She's...
In all of this? What's her role in all of this?
I'm not exactly what her role is. I haven't, recovered all of my memories, but her family was extremely involved. Mm-hmm. She brought me to it. Mm-hmm. Both of my parents brought me to it.
And where is she now?
She lives in the Chicago metropolitan area. She's on the Human Relations Commission of the town that she lives in, and she's an upstanding citizen. Nobody would suspect her.
Were you raised with a sense of right and wrong, Rachel?
Yes. I mean, it's like I had both. I mean, to the outside world, everything we did was proper and right, and then there were the nights that things changed, that things just got turned around. What was wrong was right, and what was right was wrong. That's what helps to create somebody to develop MPD.
Mm-hmm. Multiple personality.
Right.
Now, in your family, did you all call it worshiping the devil?
No,
Rachel? Or
I don't know.
It was just evil, things you did.
Right. Well, I said it was evil, and they said it was good. There's a book that I had just come across called Lilith's Cave, which is a book of Jewish mysticism and supernatural, and there's a lot in that book that relates to what I, endured when I was a child.
Now you see that? She told you, man. For power. They worship the devil, Satan. And here's the thing, man. Don't let these niggas fool you, man. Like Oprah. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's interviewing her, this, that, and the third, but they enter it too. You know what I mean? They enter it too, man. All these guys are into it too. They do it. So don't let them fool you. All these rappers and artists, actors, she's sitting out there interviewing her, but she does it too. She did it too. You know, so this is what they do for false power, man. That false limited power. You know. Oh man. You know, it's telling you what they do, man. You know. So don't be envious against evil men, neither desire to sit with them, man. You know, King David also said, I hated the congregation of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked, man. You know? You know, because why? When you have the light, these people are also looking at you as for a sacrifice, man, because you're not like them. You know? Oh, man. Let's play this right quick.
Antennas. Because while everybody's frequency is going lower and lower, you can be sure that the people you're around are going to start looking at you like you're food. And I only say this because Freemasonry and the temples of Freemasonry are all spread out all across this place. Wherever city you in, whatever state you in, Google Freemasonic lodges and see how many lodges pop up right around you. People are not finding out that Freemasons are the one that run this world. They are the ones who are getting rich. They are the ones who are being protected. That's what some people who have low frequency are starting to understand. So they're going into Masonic lodges. I can't tell you how many people who have put that Masonic square and compass on the back of their vehicles, and they're just plumbers. They're just electricians. Or it's just a regular pickup truck. People are already finding out that if you want to be successful, you have to belong to a society. They want to be protected. And everybody's getting scared. When you see inflation on this, it'll make you run into a secret society. It makes you say, all right, I want to be one of y'all because it looks like you guys got it figured out. That's what this awakening has been like on the other side. Now that we have brought this information out, now the people are seeing like, oh, but God is not destroying them and they're being wicked. They're saying Lucifer and doing this and doing that, but God's not punishing them. And people are buying into this lie. So they say, all right, I could just, learn Freemasonry and get to the different levels. And then what do you think they're going to do? They're going to start looking for food, looking for a sacrifice, looking for a ritual. And if you are not raising your spiritual antennas on the specific understanding, you are going to get caught in a gematria mathematical equation because that's how they're going to run it. You better start looking around and seeing who you follow and who you friends with. Because they're not allowed to tell you that they went into a Masonic lodge. They're not going to tell you that they're going back to school to be in the Greek society or the Boule. They're not telling you this. It's time. That's why I say be set apart. Because everybody is looking for the easy way out. And you do not want to be their easy way. I'll see you next time.
Ephesians 5:11-12. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame to speak of those things which are done of them in secret, man. It's a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret, man. This is why they got their face screwed up at you when you come outside and they looking at you like this, that, and the third. I mean, because these handlers know everything they did, man. And they're ashamed of it coming out now. The scripture says it's a shame to even speak of these things, man, which are done of them in secret. And that's how they keep them in line, because why? They wanted to go worship the devil. They wanted to go worship Satan, Who works for the Most High? He's a minister of the Most High, whether he knows it or not, But he just give you, it's easy to cop out to him, though. See, with the Most High, the Most High looks for the cream of the crop. He don't just pick everybody. With Satan, Satan will use anybody, man. But the Most High looks for the cream of the crop, And they're not willing to go through those tribulations, like the scripture says, man. You gotta go through the trials and tribulations. You gotta be tested, man. You know, to be called the son of the Most High. They don't want to go through that though. You know, even though the Most High is the one that's given, you know, these devil. You know, the Most High appoints who He wants to appoint. You know, like I said, everything comes from Him at the end of the day. The power comes from Him. You know, but they against the Most High. You know, like the scripture says, man, they lifted up their tongue against the heavens. You know, so they're on the left hand side to get it the easy way. And they're ashamed of those things which they've done in secret. Just like what she said, with all the kids, you know, with all the, you know, the sacrifice for false power. You know what I mean? It's a false limited power. They're ashamed to even speak of these things, man. Oh, man. So, yeah, I just had to do this one, man. You know, this real quick lesson, man. Hopefully this was edifying. You know, I did a video like this, you know, a few years back. And then I was showing you, you know, how the mafia, they make a blood oath with Satan. I'm going to put that link in the description box, you know, or the comment section, you know, for those of you that want to watch it. You know, they you know, they do it, man. It's not a game. You know, the entire world is being ran by you know, these people, man, because why? It's a quick way. It's a quick cop-out, you know, and it seems like they're prospering. But little do they know that their time is ticking, man. You know, like, you see, it seems good to go over there right now, but they don't know that their time is ticking on that side. So, all praise to the Most High, man.